Welcome back. Hera is a reporting application within the Atlas graphical user interface. When a centralized data storage environment is not available, Hera does enable the end user to consolidate the scattered input data, and combine it all in a single container, like an Access database. The combined data can then be manipulated via pre-reporting query statements, written and stored by the admin users, in a specific SQL folder. All queries are stored as text in Notepad files. And all files, in this specific folder, are automatically transferred into the database. The results of all the pre-reporting SQL queries are combined in a single database table. This single database table can subsequently be queried. The results of these output SQL queries are then exported into text files. Next I will show you how to add a specific input file to the Hera process, and export the manipulated result into an output folder as a text file. There are no limitations to the number of input, static and output files to be included in the reporting process. And now, to start the Atlas application, click the icon on the Windows taskbar. To initialize the Atlas graphical user interface, click the blue Mountain and Partners icon in the Atlas toolbar. Select the Hera entry in the Atlas application list box. Select the second File Management tab. Within this tab the user has the ability to determine which files and folders will need to be imported into the Access database. In case of individual Excel files, the worksheet names will also need to be defined, and the sheets are imported on an individual basis into database tables. In case of folders, all files within the specific folder will be imported automatically. To add a file or folder, click the Entries list box and press the Insert button on your keyboard. Select the entry name text box and type the description of the added entry. Enter the location path text box and select one of the predefined path location proxies or type the actual folder name. Complete the path by typing the rest of the file location in the variable folder text box. This text box can contain date-depending wildcards. Date-depending wildcards are texts containing date characters like Y, M, D, S, W, date separators, and are surrounded by square brackets. To include the variable folder text box, value the flex directory box to true. Type the file name in the name text box and use date-depending wildcards if required. Set the dayshift value determining how many days the date should be adjusted relative to the active reporting date. Set the type of dayshift. The type can be all days, weekdays, or working days. Now store the new settings. To view the folder of the newly added entry, click the Folder button. To open the newly added file, click the File button. All files and folders are now defined by the user and ready to be imported into the new Access database. Click the button to create the Access database, and, to import, all input data, the static files, and the SQL queries. It is possible to view the Access database which is containing all input data, and all queries. To view, select the database temp full name entry, and click the File button to open the database. Here you can see all files and all pre- and post-reporting queries. Now that all data has been imported, the output SQL queries, which retrieve data from the single database table, are ready to be exported into text files. For the final reporting task, click the Control tab. To execute the output queries, click the Run button. The Hera knows which output queries to export, because they are defined by the admin user in the file, corresponding with the report name next to the Run button. The output queries have now been exported to text files. These exported text files now contain the processed source data, and are in comma-separated file format. They can now be used as input, or as final output in any reporting process. I would like to thank you for viewing this presentation, and hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.